Good afternoon, everyone. I want to call the Drainage District's Board of Directors meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good afternoon, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Eli Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge. That constitutes a quorum of 4. Mr. Cecine, would you please lead us in today's prayer?
Yes, sir. Certainly will, Judge. Good afternoon, Judge, Commissioners, everyone. Let us pray. Father God, we continue to ask you to fill our cities, county, state, and national political leaders with wisdom, understanding, discernment, knowledge, forgiveness, faithfulness, humility, and dignity. We continue to pray for our judge and 4 commissioners that you've appointed lead this great county of ours. We pray for our mayor, school board members, city councils, police chiefs, district attorneys, sheriff, judges, and all who serve our local communities. Grant them favor, increase their faith, and prepare them to pursue your excellence. Draw them to you and cause them to know and fulfill your purposes. Place people in their past that will provide scriptural, sound, and godly counsel, for without your counsel, their plans will go awry. Impart your wisdom, revelation to them about leadership, and help them to deal with our leaders about keeping their hearts and motives pure. We ask you to make their hearts pliable, willing, and obedient to your will. Cause each other's lives to glorify your name. Lord, you are the author of life and the giver of all that is good. You are the Prince of Peace and our mainstay. You are our healer and the cure itself. We need you and we need to give you. We love you and we commit ourselves to you entirely, knowing you could never let us down or deceive us. Thank you for giving us your very self. Lord, we want to see your face in all events and happenings of this day. Drive away all enemies and spiritual lukewarmness. Cure our spiritual blindness, for you alone help us. Without you, we can do no good. Help us today to live up to this dignity you have bestowed upon us. Scripture reminds us the more we seek you, the more we will find you. May we continue to seek you in everything we do, and may we always work as is working for you. We ask all this in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Do we have anybody sign up for open forum for the Drainage District?
No, sir.
Okay, then we'll go on to the approval of the consent agenda.
Yes, sir. Consent agenda, we have approval, check register, and various items that have been vetted by our team. Everything's in order. We do recommend approval, Judge.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 5A.
Yes, sir. 5A is discussion, consideration, and action on changes to the 2024 proposed budget. There is no changes. That what was submitted is still being proposed the same. Do the action item on that? No? Okay. Item A2, adoption of the 2024 annual budget.
I have a motion to,
So move.
Second.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item A3, approval of the compensation plan and grade step salary schedule effective January 1st, 2024.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A4, approval to set salaries, allowances, and other compensations for the district's 2024 calendar year budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
5B1, approval of order setting 2023 Dow County District 1 tax rate at $11.39 per $100 tax valuation, maintenance and operation rate of 0.0460, and debt service rate of 0.0679 per $100 tax valuation. There is some required verbiage that needs to be read in single vote, I believe, Judge.
Now, this tax rate is comprised of anything that was voter adopted as far as changes for the bonds.
Yes,
the
yes, sir, that is
issuance.
correct. That's already including our 2023 bond election, sir. With, as we said, there's we were able to raise the money with the 3 cents for the 2 bond elections, basically. Not only that, but our M&O tax actually went down a little bit because our valuation of the county. So yes, sir. But this is all what was approved by the voters.
Do we have the verbiage?
Yes. I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 0.1139, which is effectively an 8.868% increase in the tax rate. Is that right?
We have a vote a second. We need to vote independently, starting with you, Precinct 1.
Aye.
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 Aye. Let the record show there's unanimous vote of the 4 commissioners that are here, or directors that are here. Motion passes.
Thank you, Judge. Item 5B, request approval to reject bids for project 365 toll Offsite Drainage Improvement Project Outfall 234, RFP number ACDD 123-042A0913 ESZ, as for the project to be an in-house project. So these projects have been coming in through RMA. They've been coming in way over budget, and we're going to look at the opportunity to work with the RMA and be able to construct these projects, get reimbursed for those efforts. So it's a way to provide the outfalls, but at the same time, the district take in income as well for the work that we're doing. So
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
thank you. Item C1 and 2, payment approval of invoice number 15, 2023 RD in the amount of $36,748.09 from Dow County Precinct 4 for period 15 Rainwood Drain Services. And C2, approval application payment number 2 in the amount of $535,684.90 from Welch Excavation pertaining to construction contract CCD 122-066-0502 North Main Drain. Everything's in order. We recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 6A1 and 2, approval application payment number 1 in the amount $89,380.71 from Morwell LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 121-017R0502 Westico Drain. And 6A2, approval application payment number 6 in the amount of $91,262.81 from Core Equipment LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 122-030-0712 Main Flow Water Channel Weir 4.
Motion to approve 6A, 1 and 2.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 7A, requesting approval of supplemental agreement number 5 to professional engineering service agreement and to the work station number 1 for the project Mission McAllen Radar alternate 2018 bond referendum project number 25 CHCD 119-010-0326 with BDZ Engineering LLC to reflect the revised Exhibit D work schedule with an extended termination date of April 30th, 2024, subject to legal review and compliance with House Bill 1295.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 7B, 1 and 2, requesting approval to accept bids and award of construction contract to the lowest and most responsible bidder, the 5125 Company, in the amount of $644,444 for the project's 4.5 mile road and Dolphin Road drainage improvements, 2018 bond referendum project number 3, RFP number ACDD 123-0480822 ESZ, as recommended by project engineer CS Group LLC. Subject legal review and compliance, House Bill 1295.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
And B2, pursuant to Texas Law Code 262031B, requesting authority approval for Drainage District General Manager to execute change orders that involve an increase or decrease in cost of $50,000 or less, and in no event to exceed the change order statutory limit. The original contract price may not be increased by 2% or more without the consent of the contractor.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7C, approve application payment number 1 in the amount $437,904.0 from H2O Construction Services, Inc., pertaining to construction contract CACD 122-0650307, Mile 10 North and Baseline Road Project.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Sissi,
Yes.
if I may please, Drainage District Agenda Item 8A, 1 and 2. Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action. And Drainage District Agenda Item 8B, 1 and 2, the very next one. Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action.
Thank you, sir. A1, request approval of final negotiated agreement for professional engineering service with GDJ Engineering LLC for the project Farm McAllen Lateral East 2023 bond referendum project number 9, contract number CACD 123-0540926, and it's approved for negotiations on 9/5/23, subject to final legal review.
So move.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
8A2, acceptance and approval of work session number 1 in the amount of $134,485 as submitted by GDJ, wow, Engineering LLC through contract number CACD 123-0540926 to provide professional engineering service for Farm McAllen Lateral East 2023 bond referendum project number 9.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the
Thank you.
record show that item 8A, 1 and 2 were abstained by Commissioner Villarreal.
Thank you, sir. B1, requesting approval of the final negotiated agreement for professional engineering service with GDJ Engineering LLC for the project Alamo Expressway Drain Phase 2, 2023, bond referendum project number 21, contract number CACD1 2305500926, and that's approved for negotiations on 9/5/23. Subject to final legal review.
So move.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B2, acceptance and approval work session number 1 in the amount of $85,300 as submitted by I should just say Big Sur, but GDJ Engineering LLC through contract number CACD1 2305500926 to provide for restaurant engineering service for Alamo Expressway Drain Phase 2, 2023 bond referendum project number 21.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show that Commissioner Villarreal abstained from voting on item 8B, 1 and 2.
And the rest of the board, we are working with the other engineers, setting up schedules, sitting down with them and going over the ones that have been already assigned. So in the next few weeks, we'll be bringing other contracts forward for the Bond 2023 program. And we do have a small item.
Okay, pursuant to Subchapter D of Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, we'll be retiring to closed session to discuss items of Section 551.071 or 772 or 74. May I have a motion to do so?
So move.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 1:41 p.m. Okay. Okay, we're back from closed session. We do have one action item to take.
On item 10A, action is required to authorize Mr. Sassine to proceed as discussed in the closed meeting.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. May I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge.
Waiting for 2 o'clock. Almost there. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to call the Hidalgo County's Commissioners Court meeting to order. We will start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good afternoon, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge, that constitutes a quorum. Today is a customary. We're very, very proud to have Mr. Israel E. Rodriguez. He's a veteran. I believe he's a young 96-year-old individual that served both in the Army and Air Force. Started July 26th of 1945 through August 1st of 1947. His rank was a corporal. Mr. Rodriguez served in Okinawa, Japan, and he did restoration and rebuild the island. So it's with great honor to have him lead us in today's Pledge of Allegiance.
Put it again. Everybody, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And today we have Mr. Alfredo Samalipa. He is the Chief Assistant County Treasurer that will lead us in today's prayer.
Good afternoon, Judge, Commissioners. Let us bow our heads. God, we come before you with gratitude. We thank you for the blessings we all share. We pray that you bless our leaders with your divine wisdom to help them make the decisions before them. Lord, be with all of us who call upon you. Let your words strengthen us in faith, patience, and hope. Your grace has guided us safely thus far, and your grace will lead us home, Lord. Amen.
You want to take a picture? I was going to say. Okay, next we have the approval of the consent agenda.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission from consent agenda, I'd like to pull item 6A, 6A 1 and 2, and item 10, I'm sorry, 6A 1 and 2.
Motion to approve the remaining consent.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for the record, Commissioner Villarreal did abstain from any discussion and/or action on the vote that we just took on the consent agenda.
We haven't voted at 6A.
Oh, I apologize. I thought you had voted on it.
on the remaining.
Okay, so on the balance, Commissioner Villarreal is abstaining from 10J1 for the record.
I'm sorry, you said 6A 1 and 2.
6A 1 and 2, Commissioner Fuentes. Let me start again.
Yeah.
Commissioner Fuentes, I pulled 6A 1 and 2. Can I also pull 10J1?
So let's go back and.
Right.
You're going to have two. Do you want us to rescind it?
Yeah, rescind.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to rescind the action.
Let's
we
start
just
again.
took.
Let's approve all the consent agenda other than item 6A 1 and 2 and item 10J1.
Do you need us to rescind first?
Yes. I would go ahead and rescind because it wasn't clear what you were voting.
Let me make a motion to rescind the previous action.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, now I'll make a motion
To pull 10,
approve.
6A 1 and 2, to pull 6A 1 and 2, and pull 10J1.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the remaining balance of the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So for the record, Commissioner Fuentes is abstaining from consent agenda items 6A 1 and 2. Get a
Motion to
motion?
approve?
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show that Commissioner Fuentes abstained from any vote or discussion on items 6A 1 and 2.
And Judge, Commissioners, for the record, Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining from consent agenda item 10J1.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Villarreal abstained from any discussion or action on item 10J1. Next, we have item 5A. We have a resolution.
Anyone here for Ms. Maldonado, please come up. Good afternoon, Judge Commissioners. Belinda Reyes for Precinct 4. Item 5A, requesting approval of resolution and order to rename county-owned facilities known as the San Carlos Community Resource Center located within Hidalgo County Precinct 4 to the Lydia Maldonado Precinct 4 Whole Life Complex. And I will read a resolution. Resolution and order pertaining to renaming the San Carlos Community Resource Center to the Lydia Maldonado Precinct 4 Whole Life Complex. Whereas the property and facilities where the San Carlos Community Resource Center sits on is owned by the County of Hidalgo and is within the jurisdiction of Precinct 4. The San Carlos Community Resource Center lies on multiple lots of Block 9, original town site of San Carlos, Hidalgo County, Texas, as recorded in Volume 5, pages 1 and 2, Map Records, Hidalgo County, Texas, Hidalgo, and as described in Exhibit A. And whereas the San Carlos Community Resource Center provides multiple services to the constituents of the rural area, including but not limited to medical, educational, and wellness services. And whereas Commissioners Court previously approved funding for significant improvements to these centers and has found a continued public purpose in providing, operating, expanding, and maintaining playgrounds, education, recreation, and health services for the public's well-being. And whereas the San Carlos Community Resource Center houses a Head Start school, Area Health Education Center, AHEC, for adults and pediatrics, Women, Infant, and Children Clinic, and a Nuestra Clínica del Valle clinic. And whereas the county wishes to honor an individual who's provided decades of community services to the constituents of San Carlos, Ms. Lydia Maldonado. And whereas Ms. Lydia Maldonado was born on February 2nd, 1942, to the late Julian Rodriguez and Maria Diaz. Ms. Maldonado was happily married to the late Adan Maldonado. Together they were blessed with 5 children, Gloria Lozano, Arnold Maldonado, Adan Maldonado Jr., Michelle Briceño, and Alberto Maldonado. Ms. Maldonado is also the proud grandparent of 14 grandchildren and 9 great-grandchildren. And at an early age, Ms. Maldonado's strong faith led her to St. Joseph the Worker Catholic Church in San Carlos, Texas, as a parishioner. For decades, Ms. Maldonado was devoted herself to the church and the public by serving in many capacities. Ms. Maldonado has and continued to serve on the Church Finance Committee, organizes fundraisers, and coordinates the church's annual festival. And Ms. Maldonado also served on the St. Joseph School Board in Edinburgh while her children attended this school. And whereas Ms. Maldonado has spent countless days and hours volunteering her time at the Community Resource Center, if there were ever any food drives, blood drives, or even events handing out turkeys during the holidays to families, you could see Ms. Maldonado there organizing these events. Whereas due to her unselfish efforts and being a pioneer for the community of San Carlos, Texas, the County of Hidalgo wishes to rename the San Carlos Community Resource Center to the Lydia Maldonado Precinct 4 Whole Life Complex located in San Carlos, Texas. Now therefore it be resolved and ordered by Hidalgo County Commissioners Court that 1. The Commissioners Court hereby renames the San Carlos Community Resource Center to the Lydia Maldonado Precinct 4 Whole Life Complex to recognize her decades of community service. 2, any prior resolution and order of the Commissioners Court in conflict with the provisions contained in this resolution and order are hereby replaced and revoked. 3, should any part of this resolution and order be held invalid for any reason, the remainder shall not be affected thereby, and such remaining portions are hereby declared to be servable. And 4, this resolution and order shall take effect immediately from and after it is passed and is duly resolved and ordered. Approved this day, September 2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
judge commissioners here today obviously is friends, family, and she does have Dr. John Renault from the UTRGV AHEC Clinic that would like to say a few words, and I believe maybe a family member or two.
Judge Cortez, Commissioners, my name is John Renault, Senior Associate Dean for Community Health Partnerships with UTRGV and the School of Medicine. Right after being a farmer, I consider my most prestigious role in life of being a teacher. And so I'm here to represent UTRGV as a teacher, but I want to tell you this is the most prestigious event I've ever been invited to participate in. A couple of months ago, we held an education and promotion event at the San Carlos Endowment Center. We were fortunate enough to have a uniformed officer, police officer there for safety and direct traffic. But it got very busy. Had a great turnout. And the traffic picked up noticeably. Soon, people were asking, who is that lady in the yellow safety vest out in the street helping to direct traffic? It was Mrs. Lydia Maldonado, respected leader, prominent businesswoman, chairperson of the Area Health Education Center at San Carlos Community Advisory Committee, one of the most influential people in the community and the county, helping to direct traffic. Not because she had to, but because that's the story here, right? It's whatever her community needs. Naming this facility, this complex, as the Lydia Maldonado Whole Life Complex is such a fitting name to honor a woman who has devoted her whole life to promoting and safeguarding the San Carlos community. In my opinion, one of her legacies to the community is the partnership with UTRGV, the School of Medicine, and of course, the AHEC program and her community. The AHEC program was started in 2017. It's all about partnerships with the federal government, the Health Resources Services Administration, UTRGV, the School of Medicine, Hidalgo County, particularly Precinct 4, and the community. The very early meetings that established this partnership, and I've learned this about the Valley, and my friend Eddie Olivares and others have taught me, it's all about relationships, right? So we were fortunate enough to form a relationship with Eddie, with Elisa Rodriguez, and Mrs. Maldonado. These community leaders and Hidalgo County were willing to make the investment in the AHEC program and in UTRGV, and it has paid off, in my humble opinion. It has impacted both education and health care in the Valley and certainly in the San Carlos area. Since November of 2018 through August, the AHEC Primary Care Clinic at San Carlos has provided health care, over 17,000 visits, health care visits, to almost 5,000 people in San Carlos alone. And I'm joined here today by my team members who make it work. Javier Duran is our clinic manager. Miguel Jimenez is our program manager. These are the folks among the team members who make it work. But it's all, not only about healthcare, that's important enough, but it's also about education for students that the AHEC and the communities have an impact in all kinds of disciplines: medicine, physician assistant, nursing, dietetic, social work, exercise science, and others. We get them out to your community. Over 500 students and medical residents have benefited from education and training in San Carlos community because of this partnership started by this lady and her colleagues and coworkers and friends. This impact would not have been possible without the support of Mrs. Maldonado. In my opinion, communities are built and sustained by individuals who care, who show commitment and compassion. They are sustained by people like Mrs. Lydia Maldonado. So I applaud the Hidalgo County Commission on behalf of UTRGV and the School of Medicine, and particularly Commissioner Eli Torres and her staff for recognizing and honoring her. Thank you, Judge Cortez.
Simple, short. I love this woman. You raised a beautiful family, and thank you for your service and dedication. Thank you.
Grandma, we're all proud of you. You laid the foundation of what we are today, you and Grandpa, and y'all set the perfect example of what it means to work hard and succeed in life, working hard and helping people out. Thank you, Grandma. Love you.
I want to thank every one of you, besides having a full-time job, which I'm my own boss. But I want to thank all of my children and everyone that's here, and for them to help me. We have had meetings, and San Carlos has been a big success. And that day when I was directing traffic, it was back up on 107. And for the safety of the people, I had to do it. There was just one security guard from the University of Texas, and he was young, and he didn't know what to do. And I was going in, and I asked him, "Mijo, you are alone?" "Yes, ma'am, and I don't know what to do. Look, they're not paying attention to me or anything." Okay, so I went inside and asked Alicia, "I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to help you inside, but I'm going to direct traffic." She said, "Okay." Even Dr. Renault's wife, she was there. I sent her all the way over there to park and everything. But that's it is with the community, and we help each other in the church. We are doing. We needed a hall for the CCD children, and in 1 year we worked really hard, and we made that hall, and we paid it off in 1 year. That's how the community of San Carlos is. We help each other, and thank you so much for being here.
Judge Cortez, commissioners, thank you very much for this day from my mom. Her can-do attitude rubbed off on us. As you know, at an early age, she had us working, which I'm glad because she set the tone for us. As we passed it on to our kids. My youngest is an attorney. My oldest is a ag teacher. And my nieces and nephews, of course, they're attorneys and so forth. But I want to say a lot of things, and I don't want to get choked up, but Mom, congratulations from us. You set an example for us, and we'll always be grateful for you and Dad. At an early age, my dad started the convenience store, and from the stories I hear, a lot of people doubted him. And with him and my mom, they took off, and they made it what it is right now. We have a propane business, a laundromat, car wash, and so forth. So my dad, he wanted his grandkids to progress. He wanted to see better. My dad only had he was in the third grade. He dropped off. My mom, they're migrant workers. They took us on the fields. And that's where we learned the value of the dollar. So, we're hard workers. And, going back to my mom, thank you guys very much for everything. Eli, thank you.
Count to three, please. 1, 2, and 3. One more. Thank you.
Wait, no.
You know, while we have all the Maldonados here, why don't we go to item 19D1? Is Judge Maldonado? Item 19D1 will get you out of the way.
Judge, Commissioners, thank you. I come before you talking about our e-file system that we're trying to implement on our JP courts. We're a step behind our sister counties in Bexar County, Harris County, and Cameron County. They've implemented the e-file system in their courts. It's an efficient system. Our district courts use it. Our county courts use it. They utilize it as a way to not only charge the court costs, but it's a simple way instead of having somebody physically file something with our court. I've reached out to other JPs within our county. It seems to be a positive feel I get from them that we're going to move in that direction. Due to COVID-19, a lot of the things our courts do now are utilized through technology. As of now, I sign search warrants. I sign arrest warrants on my phone. We also do sections on my phone, too. It's just technology that's being utilized today. And, again, our courts in Hidalgo County, our JP courts, are just a step behind other courts right now who utilize it. As of right now, our sister court with Judge Charlie Espinosa, a lot of filings are being made in his court. For some reason, they're not being filed in our court. By implementing this e-file system, it'll be a way to pretty much balance that, where randomly cases will be filed with Judge Espinosa and cases will be filed in our court to distribute that evenly. I'm aware that, unfortunately, we won't be able to utilize the e-file system for criminal cases such as arraignments and bond reductions, but in speaking to our IT department, it definitely can be utilized for our small claims, our debt collections, and also our small claims, debt collections, and also our evictions. So I urge the court, it's something that's important, not only to our court, but to our county as well, to move in a step in the right direction as far as utilizing technology in our courts. Thank you all.
I have a motion to approve.
Does Mr. Mesquita?
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Judge.
So, Mr. Amezcua, so that item's already been acted upon, okay? So when we come back to purchasing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go back to item 5B, proclamation.
Again, good afternoon, Judge Commissioners. Item 5B, requesting approval of proclamation declaring October 2023 as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I'll read the proclamation. Whereas October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is an annual campaign to raise awareness about the impact of breast cancer. And whereas National Breast Cancer Awareness Month remains dedicated to increasing public knowledge about the importance of early detection of breast cancer diagnosis and treatment. Early detection is key and consists of doing monthly breast self-exams, scheduling regular clinical breast exams, and scheduling mammograms. Mammograms can detect breast cancer up to 2 years before the tumor can be felt by you or your doctor. And whereas the 2023 Breast Cancer Awareness Month theme is Thrive 365, living beyond breast cancer by sharing some of the ways people thrive with breast cancer and how everyone's support today can help people impacted by breast cancer all year long. And whereas breast cancer is the most common cancer in American women except for skin cancers, it is estimated that in 2023, approximately 30% or 1 in 3 of all new women cancer diagnoses will be breast cancer. And whereas the American Cancer Society estimates that in 2023, 297,790 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed in women in the United States, as well as 55,720 new cases of non-invasive breast cancer. And although rare, 2,800 men will be diagnosed with this disease. It is estimated that in 2023, 43,170 women and 530 men will lose their battle as a result of the disease. And whereas the awareness campaign is sending out several key messages, most notably the American Cancer Society continues to recommend women to get an annual mammogram screening once they reach the age of 40, as early detection provides for a 5-year relative survival rate of 99%. And whereas this October, the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court recognizes breast cancer survivors, those battling the disease, their families who are a source of love and encouragement, and applaud the efforts of our medical professionals and researchers working nonstop to find a cure for this disease. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court does hereby recognize all of the above and declare October 2023 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and urge all women and their families to increase their knowledge about breast cancer, celebrate successes, and memorialize lost battles.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. And we have today Ms. Annabelle Arellano with DHR Health for patient services, as well as a couple of survivors who would like to share some comments, Ms. Esmelda Gutierrez and Linda Bravo. But first, Ms. Arellano.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners, for allowing us the opportunity to come. I've got a great staff with us and beautiful testimonials, so I'll let them start. Linda, if you could start. Sure. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Judge Cortez and Commissioners. My name's Linda Bravo. I'm a breast cancer survivor, stage 3. I received most of my treatment there with DHR, where I currently work. Today, we gather to not only proclaim the significance of early detection and prevention in the battle against breast cancer, but also to share a deep personal story of Ms. Esmeralda Gutierrez that underscores the life-saving importance of this cause. Thank you.
My name is Esmeralda Gutierrez. At the age of 64, I faced the unthinkable, a diagnosis of breast cancer. Although I understood all too well the impact of breast cancer since my mother and sister had battled the disease, it was not easy to be faced with this journey. My mother faced the relentless adversary not once, not twice, but 3 times. During her lifetime, she passed away at the age of 69. Tragically, due to limited resources, she was unable to assess a mammogram, a vital tool in early detection. Yet my family's journey with breast cancer does not end there. My sister, a breast cancer survivor of 18 years, has served as a beacon of hope and resilience. Inspired by the family's experience, I diligently obtained annual mammograms as a proactive step toward safeguarding my own health. In December of 22, my annual mammogram proved to be a lifesaver. A lump in my left breast was detected, and thanks to the expertise of Dr. Lisa Chapa, a dedicated breast surgeon at DHR Health, the tumor was successfully removed under the care of Dr. Sarada Gumadi, a dedicated medical oncologist, and through my faith in God, I was ready to proceed against breast cancer. I was faced with ductal carcinoma, a type of cancer concealed deep within the ducts, impossible for me to detect on my own. However, due to early detection through mammography, I was spared from the grueling ordeal of chemotherapy or radiation therapy. Although my journey has been arduous, it carries an inspiring message. I stand before you today as a testament to the transformative power of early detection. I would like to encourage each and every one of us to prioritize our health and get regular mammograms. In support of this mission, DHR is offering mammograms for $99 during the month of October, making this crucial screening accessible to our community. By taking this proactive step, we can help others like myself to find hope, healing, and the opportunity for a brighter tomorrow. I'd like to also for us to honor the memory of my mother, Avelina Lignan, and the triumph of my sister, Iracema Largen, by spreading the word about the importance of early detection and by ensuring that no one in our community goes without the potentially life-saving benefits of a mammogram. Thank you, and let us stand together in the fight against breast cancer.
Judge, if I may. I know that we just had this resolution for breast cancer awareness. So I know that we just had this breast cancer awareness resolution, and just as a public announcement, we are doing a breast cancer awareness walk at Precinct 1 in collaboration with the City of Weslaco on October 7th at 8 o'clock in the city parking lot. We'll be walking about 1.5 miles. We'll have all kinds of different informative booths and such, so if DHR would like to participate, I think they may be already. So we'll, yes. All right, so we're going to have it again next Saturday. Pepe is here. He'll get the information to you. So October 7th. Hope to see you all there. Thank you for sharing your stories today.
Okay, next we have open forum. Do we have anybody sign up on this?
We have two participants. First participant, Manuel Pescador. Manuel Pescador. He is not present. He is not present. And Commissioner Fuentes?
Oh, that was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay, so no, that is all, Judge.
So we're done?
Yes, sir. Judge, I'm going to ask if we can move the item 18A, B, and C, which is the budget office for the adoption of the the 2024 budget, which we just went through our 2023-2024 process, as well as addressing B and C, which is our certificates of obligation.
Okay, let me go ahead and declare the public hearing for the 2024 proposed budget. Is anyone here to address us regarding our 2024 proposed budget? Going once, going twice. I declare the public hearing closed.
Good afternoon, Judge, Commissioner Sacaberto Soto Jr., Dago County Budget Officer for the record. I'll just, before I read 18A 2 and 3, I just would like to note that the notice of the publication for the public hearing was sent September 9th, and a copy of the proposed budget was made available for public inspection in the county clerk's office, county auditor's office, and the county's website since Wednesday, September 20th, just for the record. Okay, item 18.2, adoption of the 2024 annual budget at the department level.
Motion to approve?
Yes.
Second?
We have a motion, a second to adopt the 2024 annual budget as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion carries.
A record vote? You want to go ahead and
Yes,
do
I'd like a record vote, yes.
individually?
Aye.
State your.
Oh, precinct 1, aye.
Eddie Cantu, I vote in favor.
Everardo Villarreal, I vote in favor.
Ellie Torres, I vote in favor.
Richard Cortez, I vote in favor. That's a majority vote of 5. Motion carries.
All right, 18A3, approval of Hidalgo County pay tables.
So move.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Does that, that one doesn't.
No, that does not require, no.
Okay, on to 18B. Judge Commissioners, after reading this item, we do have our financial advisors, Noe Hinojosa and Bobby Villarreal from Estrada Hinojosa, here to go over the sale and pricing of these certificate of obligations. Item 18B, consider and approve an order authorizing issuance, sale, and delivery of Hidalgo County, Texas certificates of obligations, Series 2023, payable from the levy of a direct and continual annual ad valorem tax within the limits prescribed by law, and a limited pledge never to exceed $1,000 from the surplus net revenues from the operation of the county's parks as authorized pursuant to Chapter 320 of the Local Government Code, prescribing the terms and forms thereof, providing for the payment of the principal thereof and interest thereon, authorizing the use of an official statement to be used in connection with the sale of the certificates, and making other provisions regarding such certificates and matters incident thereto.
Good afternoon, Judge, Commissioners, Bobby Villarreal and Noe Hinojosa for the record. We met with Dago and his staff this morning to price the bonds. If you want to go to the first page there where it says pricing progression, I think as you know, in the recent couple weeks, the interest rates have been rising pretty dramatically. When we first presented you the plan of finance on that second page, or page 1, called pricing progression, that back on July 21st, we're looking at a TIC, true interest cost of about 4.65%. Rates had increased quite a bit. Last week, some news from the Fed chairman as well had put, whenever they speak, markets move. So markets did move again. Concern yesterday in pre-marketing, we were looking at about 4.78. Today, when we priced, we hit about 4.73%. That roughly about $2 million more in interest than we had the prior year. I'm sorry, in the prior presentation, but I'll go to the second page. This is the IPRE-O game day, and this is what we had with the budget office this morning. In pricing the document, if you notice the bar charts there, essentially what that says there is that each and every maturity by year of who was interested in the bonds. So we had extreme interest in the bonds today. You were very attractive. Your ratings were preserved. You have AA minus with S&P, and So just so you know, you had 43.44 million in bonds out there. So you had about 196,810,000 in subscriptions. So you had about 4.5 times more interest than what you had out there. So what that allowed, and I think Dago can attest to it, what happens is, and I think Commissioner, you've seen it too, where we go back, our desk goes back to their desk and says, hey, can you knock down some of these interest rates? So in varying amounts, you'll see there 3.5 times more on the first in 2025. You'll see in 2033, 5 times more interest. And in the long end, 2048, we had actually 10 times more subscriptions. So on the long end, we actually knocked down interest rates by about 9 basis points. So in all, we did hit the target tax rate that the budget office was seeking. And you'll see that on the page 4 with the new debt service there, column B on the 43.4 million. Again, the true interest cost is about 4.73, and we do hit the tax rate of 6.28. You'll notice that on the right-hand side, second column from right to left, and this is what in line with, I believe, what you're going to adopt with the budget, Dago, and I think you're adopting the tax rate, I believe, Thursday. So this falls in line with what y'all are lining up with. I don't know if you have any questions.
What would be the outstanding debt at the 10-year callable period? Is that 35 million? I think that's what it says here.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, the callable at that point would be about 35 million. So hopefully, if interest rates are in line at that point, we can refinance at that point. And again, you have other outstanding issues coming due for potential refinancings in 25, 26, 27, and 28. So there's opportunities that we'll be coming back to you. Hopefully, things are in line at that point and are favorable to the county.
Any other questions? Any motion to accept or approve?
Approve.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, may I have a record vote, please?
David Fuentes, aye.
Aye. Eddie Calhoun.
Everardo Villarreal, aye.
Ellie Torres, aye.
Richard Cortez, aye. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioner.
Thank you. Last item on number 18, item 18C, requesting approval for a budget amendment for the HUN Stormwater Project, ARPA 22-124-097 to $714,521.43.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
You want to go to closed session, brother?
Do you want to hit Jaime's item just because he's here? It's up to you.
Yes, let's do that. Let me find your item in the agenda. Hold
You
on.
ready, Jaime, or no, you're not ready?
Oh, he's not here? Okay.
And so, Judge, Commissioners, we do have a 3 p.m. advertised public hearing under health.
Well, why don't we go through the agenda until 3?
Yes.
All right. Sheriff's, 7A, Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon, Judge. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Captain Steve Cortez presenting on behalf of Sheriff Eddie Guerra. Item 7A, Sheriff's Office Fiscal Year 2021, Operation Stone Garden, 1284, has 2 items. With your permission, I'll read both. Number 1, authorization to approve grant adjustment for a one-month extension for fiscal year 2021 of Operation Stone Garden. Item number 7A2, authorization for Judge Cortez to certify the adjustment on e-grants.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and second to approve items 7A, 1 and 2. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 7B, NCIC Tech Grant, approval of partial certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor for the NCIC Tech Grant in the amount of $145,750 from total award in the amount of $210,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Item 8A, Human Resources, Ms. Reyna.
Good afternoon, Judge Commissioners. Erika Reyna for the Department of Human Resources. Item 8A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable for the personnel items listed. I need action on item number 3, the budget amendment policy, personnel-related amendments.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 8B for Community Service Agency, approval to extend the following full-time temporary positions beginning October 1st, 2023 and ending December 31st, 2023 as follows. The action is to extend slot 0049 and eligibility worker 1 and slot 0101 another eligibility worker 1, each in the amount of $7,269 with 60 cents. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 8C for Precinct 3, approve the following actions effective upon Commissioner's Court approval. The action is to delete slot 0004 and equipment operator 1, slot 0020 equipment operator 2, slot 0058, 0060, 0010 maintenance 1 positions and with the grades as listed, and authorization to create slots 0055 and 0138 equipment operator 3s, slot 0139, 0140, 0026 maintenance 2 positions with the grades as listed. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let's move on to item 10A, Head Start Program.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Judge and Commissioners. Item number 10A, we're requesting approval to submit the following 2 budget applications. Number 1, Department of Health and Human Services for the amount of $33,185,675 to serve 3,200 children and families. And item number 2, requesting approval to submit an application for the Texas Department of Agriculture for the amount of $3,340,800 to provide breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snacks for the 3,200 children. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Item B, we are requesting approval for the 2022-23 Program Information Report. This is a comprehensive report that all Head Start programs nationally must submit on an annual basis that displays comprehensive data on program services, staff, participants, and demographics. Requesting your approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, requesting approval of the 23-24 Training and Technical Assistance Plan. This plan outlines all professional development for staff, parents, and governing body members. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D, requesting approval to enter into a interlocal agreement with the School of Social Work, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, and the Hidalgo County Head Start Program. This agreement will allow the bachelor and master level social workers to complete required internship and field study. Requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E, requesting approval to enter into an interagency contract with the Hidalgo County Head Start Program and Texas A&M University Health Science Center to conduct an educational outreach program involving disease process of asthma of children between the ages of 3 and 5. Requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item F, requesting approval to purchase 3 play structures with safety surface through Hidalgo County membership participation with the buy board awarded vendor Alamo Classroom Solutions contract number 653-21. These playground structures will be placed in the San Carlos, San Juan, and Camarena Head Start campuses, and these playgrounds will allow children with special needs to have the same outdoor learning experiences as all other children. Really excited about this one, Judge and Commissioners. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. And item G, requesting approval of the application and certificate of payment for invoice number 320392 in the amount of $8,805.61 for professional services submitted by B2Z Engineering Construction Management Engineer through contract C21-0040921 AS for the Uvalde County Head Start Program Outdoor Learning Environments and Discovery Classrooms. Request approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Well,
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners, and I would like to remind you that at the next Commissioners Court meeting, I am requesting for you to appoint or reappoint your community reps to serve on the Policy Council for Program Year 23-24. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
I understand you're in full enrollment this year?
We're processing all of those children right now, sir, and I am very pleased to tell you that we are in that process right now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to item 11A, Urban County.
Good afternoon, Judge, Commissioners. Steve De La Garza for Urban County. 11A, requesting approval of Year 36 Urban County Program interlocal agreements with 15 participating cities and authorization for Hidalgo County Judge Richard F. Cortez to sign any and all agreements.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 11B, consideration and approval of construction contract change order number 1 for the Texas Department of Agriculture Colonial Contract number CFC 21-0418 in the amount of $50,922 and authorize the county judge to sign any and all documents associated with the change order.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 11C, requested approval of amendment to the 2021 Home Community Housing Development Organization Program agreement between Hidalgo County Urban County Program and Affordable Homes of South Texas, Inc. The proposed amendment will decrease the number of new construction units from 7 to 8 to 4 to 5.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Elections Department, 12A.
Good afternoon, Judge and Commissioners. Hilda Salinas, Elections Administrator, here to present to you today. Agenda item 92571, discussion on election updates. Of course, the November 7, 2023 special constitutional amendments elections and local entities elections is around the corner. This year, there will be 14 amendments on the ballot. We have the explanatory statements posted on the elections website, and they explain each and every amendment in full detail. We ask all voters to be informed before they head to the polls, and of course to visit our website at www.hidalgocounty.us/elections to learn more about the amendments. We will also administer 17 local entities elections. Various city municipalities will have a wide variety of races on the ballot, as some will be conducting their regular general elections. We also have various independent school districts that will be conducting special elections, as they will have either a tax ratification election or a bond election. Again, we ask voters to visit our website for more election information on these municipalities and school districts. The first day of early voting is Monday, October 23rd, and it will run through Friday, November 3rd. Election day is November 7th. The last day to register to vote for this election, this upcoming election, or to make any changes to their voter registration is Tuesday, October 10th. So again, we ask voters, everybody to visit our website at www.hidalgocounty.us/elections or to call us at 956-318-2570. Do you have any questions in regards to this information? Okay, I'll proceed. Approval of the November 7, 2023 special constitutional amendment election and local entities election services contract between Hidalgo County and the following entities: Edcouch Elsa Independent School District and La Jolla Independent School District. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have one more item, item 92514, requesting approval to accept donation from requester Tony Trevino in the amount of $2.90. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much, Hilda.
Thank you very much.
Item 13A, Mr. Olivares.
Good afternoon, Judge Commissioners. Eddie Olivares, Hidalgo County Health and Human Services. Have a couple of items. Item 13A, requesting approval of certification of revenue by county auditor in the amount of $80. The appropriations are the same. The revenue will be collected by our Title V perinatal program, FY23.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Eddie, you're going to have to wait
Yes, sir.
a couple of minutes.
Not a problem.
Commissioner Villarreal, do you have any jokes?
We're gonna do planning?
Judge Commissioners, would you want to go ahead and take my items? And the doctor's still not here. Do you want to just take them all together?
No, because we're going to do a public hearing in 1 more minute.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, Eddie.
Good afternoon, sir. Next item is to have a public hearing at 3 p.m. to consider comments concerning the amount of the mandatory payment required to be paid by the paying hospitals or districts fiscal year 2024, September 23 through August 24, and how the revenue derived from these payments is to be spent.
Therefore, I declare the public hearing now open to anyone that wants to make any comments regarding the amount of mandatory payments required to be paid, paying the hospitals by this district. Is anyone here to address us on that matter? Hearing none, I close the public hearing.
So I'll move on to item B, is consideration and approval of the mandatory payment to be assessed by the quarterly by Hidalgo County Health Care Funding District on the net patient revenue of the institutional health care providers and how the revenue derived from these payments is to be spent. The revenue estimate on this, the revenue that we're looking at, sir, is $1,885,127,182, sir, just for the record. And then item C is consideration and approval for Hidalgo County Tax Assessor Collector to collect the mandatory payment required by Hidalgo County Healthcare Funding District. And item D, there's going to need to be action, is consideration and approval to assess the mandatory payment annual rate at 6%. 6%. And then item C is consideration and approval to set quarterly assessment dates as follows. First quarter will be 11/30/23. Second quarter 02/29/24. Third quarter 05/31/24. Fourth quarter 08/31/24. And that assessment value will be $113,107,632 to be divided up by the 4 quarters.
So you need a approval or action on B, C, D, and E, right?
Correct, sir.
I make a motion to approve B, C, D, and E.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much, sir. Blessed day.
Now we'll go to you, Jaime, if you like. 9A.
Yes, sir, Judge, thank you so much, Commissioners. Item number 9A is convene a public hearing regarding the proposed 2024 Community Services Block Grant Cap Plan and Budget.
Okay. I now call the public hearing to order to discuss the proposed 2024 Community Service Block Grant, the plan and the budget. Is anyone here to address us regarding that matter? Hearing none, the public hearing now is closed.
Judge, for the court's information, the total budget for the 2024 Community Services Block Grant is $1,818,837. The biggest changes to this budget, just as a highlight for you all, is the elimination of CSBG funding for our what we call our LIHEAP, our Low Income Housing and Energy Assistance Program Manager salary. That had previously been taking money out of both grants. We have eliminated the funding from CSBG, given that position can be fully sustained under the grant where it really should be, under LIHEAP. The other thing that we did was we created a Program Manager 1 position. It's the first time that our Community Services Block Grant actually has an administrator responsible for the program services. So you'll see that on page 2 of 20. The other major change is, Judge and Commissioners, we established a $10,000 fund to assist those families that are facing hospice care and don't have any kind of means, any financial means to pay for their final days of life. So we established a little fund. It's a little pilot program that we're working with in order to help with final days expenses for families. The other thing that we did is we established some funds to be able to assist families with electricity and water and heaters and air conditioners. These are for families that may not qualify for our state-funded program, so we're able to qualify them and provide assistance under the Community Services Block Grant. Once again, this is the first time that we've carved out specific funds to be able to assist those particular families in need, and we've figured that out over time. Those are the major changes to the grant funds.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioners. Item number 9B, we're going to go ahead and skip. 9C is discussion, consideration, and possible action to rescind agenda item AI 91-833 presented on August 8, 2023, to accept an agreement with Action Janitorial Service for a period of 1 year and shall automatically renew for additional 1-year periods on the anniversary date, with authorization for Jaime Longueta to electronically sign any and all pertinent documents. The reason for this, for rescinding this item, is we presented the wrong contract as attachment. So we've asked the court to rescind that item, and the following item will be to accept the new contract.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 2 is discussion, consideration, and possible action to accept an agreement with Action Janitorial Service in the amount of $1,720 per month for a period of 1 year, and shall automatically renew for additional 1-year periods on the anniversary date of this agreement, with authorization for Jaime Longueta to electronically sign any and all pertinent documentation. The increase in expenses here is that we've increased the service area for the janitorial services, so the cost has gone up a little bit.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge, and the court. I'll inform you when Dr. Cruz is here. Thank you.
We're going to go item 14A. Planning Department, Mr. Odesti.
Good afternoon, Judge and Commissioners. Item 14A1, staff is seeking approval for preliminary approval for with variance request for Garza Ranch subdivision in Precinct 1. This is a 2-lot single family. This is off of Mile 9 North Road and Mile 1 East Road. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve. Second. All in favor? Is there a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
I'll be abstaining.
Item A.
Mr. Odesti.
Yes.
Mr. Odesti, if I may, Judge, Commissioners, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action on the very next item, which is item B of Planning Department, Rio Meadows subdivision. Go ahead, Mr. Odesti.
Okay. 14AB, This is Rio Meadows subdivision in Precinct 1 off of Midway Street and Business 83. This is a 56 multifamily lot. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number 2, final approval with financial guarantee. This is Leal Ranch subdivision in Precinct 4 off of Mile 20 North Road and Valverde Road. This is a 15-lot single family. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And let the record show that at the last item, on item B, Commissioner Fuentes abstained from any voting or action on that item.
Thank you.
Next item, 2B.
Item number B, Santa Cruz Ranches number 4, Phase B subdivision. This is off of, in Precinct 4 off of Mile 22.5 North Road and Valverde Road. It's a 48 single-family lot subdivision, and staff recommends approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next one, we have item C, El Encantado subdivision in Precinct 1. This is off of Mile 9 North Road and Huddle Road. This is a 322 single-family lot subdivision, and staff recommends approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
For item number 3, we're looking for final approval for subdivision BT 2812 in Precinct 4. This is off of FM 2812 and Cesar Chavez Road. This is a 2-lot commercial subdivision, and staff is recommending approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item, item number B, we're looking for final approval for Santa Isabela subdivision, Phase 1 in Precinct 1. This is off of Mile 12 North Road in La Blanca. It's 234 single-family lots. Staff recommends approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners.
Item 16A, Commissioner Fuentes.
Thank you, Judge. Authorization and approval to name a private road for 911 purposes is recommended by the RGV ECD 911 Department 1, Lot Town and Improvements Subdivision Block 114 off of Sites Road, Donna, Texas as Peña Service Road. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 16A, Commissioner Villarreal.
Discussion and approval of memorandum of understanding between the Texas A&M Engineering Extension Service, the Texas A&M Public Works Response Team, and Mr. Arnold Salazar, and participating jurisdictions, employer Hidalgo County, Precinct 3. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 17A.
Good afternoon, Belinda Reyes with Precinct 4, item 17A, requesting approval to accept counteroffer to purchase a tract of land known as Parcel 8 associated with the Russell Road Improvement Project, Ruth Road to Monmac Road, with authority for county judge to sign the administration evaluation and approval form. 2, requesting approval to accept counteroffer to purchase a tract of land known as Parcel 9 associated with the Russell Road Improvement Project, Ruth Road to Monmac Road, with authority for county judge to sign the administration and evaluation form.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. You want to go to 19, Budley?
Yes, sir. Mr. Amezcua?
Yes, good afternoon, Judge, Commissioners, Mr.
Hold on,
Guerra,
Ignacio,
for the record.
if you, I'm kind of running out of time. Can we go back? I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take for him.
Let's go into closed session. Pursuant to Chapter 551 of Texas Government Code, we'll be going into closed session to discuss items in sections 551.071, .072, .074, and .087. May I have a motion to do so?
Motion made.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 3:11 p.m.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay, we're back from closed session. I have 3:58. Before we go into any other thing, I want to go back to the agenda, item 9B. We have special recognition that we want to celebrate.
Judge, Commissioners, I just want to say, number one, thank you. It almost seems like we saved the best for the last, right? It's as I like to quote Father Roy, out of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mission, and he always says it's a good day in the neighborhood. And I'll start off the same way again. I'm glowing. I'm really excited to be here today. Item number 9B is recognition and update regarding the Texas Mission of Mercy Dental Program. As you know, on September 15th and 16th, the Hidalgo County Community Service Agency, the County of Hidalgo, in cooperation with the Texas Mission of Mercy, the Texas Dental Association, we executed this event. We delivered on an event providing dental services to the people of Hidalgo County and surrounding counties. I'm really excited to be surrounded by some of the people that made this event possible. With me today is we have Dr. Carlos Cruz, who you'll hear from in just a few minutes. We have Dr. Domingo Valadez. Okay, there you go. We also have Dr. Melissa Urriegas. We have representing Nuestra Clínica del Valle, we have Jenny Rivera and Nora Anaya. We also have staff members from the Hidalgo County Community Service Agency. We have Mr. Evian Escamilla, Mr. Ramiro Garces, Cynthia Mariscal, Alejandra Anaya, and we have George Gutierrez. Those are staff members from the Community Service Agency. I wanted to bring just a small sample, gentlemen, to the court for you all to kind of see the behind-the-scenes people that made all of this possible. Dr. Cruz is going to talk to you a little bit about the event, and then I'll ask Jackie to share the video that they've graciously put together, kind of depicting the events of the Texas Mission of Mercy. So, Dr. Cruz.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. It was just a wonderful event, and I always like to thank God overall. It is really how the event came through me. I was at the board at the Texas Dental Association, and this was something that it triggered me, and I asked. They gave me the date, and after that, we made a commission with some of the dental board members are here, and we started to participate in knowing what we need to do. We made some calls. I personally went first with the bank and Lone Star, and they were very helpful. Immediately, they saw the need and the support. Then after that, I had a conversation, a dinner with the judge and his son, Cortez, which I really appreciate. After that, he introduced me to Jaime Longoria, and then the story goes, we had all the help that we need. The county was extremely supportive to our mission. And the Texas Mission of Mercy is a 40 dental unit clinic that moves around the state for the last 21 years. And it chooses four cities. This year was ours, September, and we had 44 chairs for this event. We had 98 dentists that helped us, and we had dental students from the third, fourth year from San Antonio, Houston that came and drove to be with us and help. We had young dentists from the Valley that came to be with us, dentists from out of the state, from California that came to join us. And we just had a great time. Through the help of the county, it was extremely helpful. We had 2 pre-dental clinics in Mission and one in San Juan. They were really well attended. Then the help that the county gave us too with the organization, how to the event to be secure for us and for the patients, it was fabulous. We were able to see around 743 patients. Over $750,000 was provided as a service to our community. We are extremely thankful, that we as a team, this could not be done the way it's done. Really, it was the help of the county, with the private sector and the group of doctors that had this event go through. It was just beautiful. We had a great experience. Patients were happy. And I'm just thrilled, to say that it was done in the Valley. I was very happy to see 120 pre-adult students coming to be with us. 20 of those were from the Valley, and they participated very hardly to be with us. Nothing more to say there, Mr. Cortez. Thank you for your help and the support that through Jaime and his group of members have given us, and Dr. Valadez and Melissa, for this event to be so wonderfully taken. Thank you.
Judge, it was an oversight on my part. Pepe Cabeza de Vaca was instrumental from the county, from the precinct, in bringing a lot of the resources to the table as well. So I apologize, Mr. Cabeza de Vaca, for that oversight. Judge, it was a $65,000 investment. Okay, that's what we provided dollars to be able to have this event here in Hidalgo County. It was over $750,000 in return. It's about a 12-to-1 return on investment. So that's a pretty darn good investment. We had 700 and plus people that received services for this event, and I'm going to ask Jackie to cue up the video so that you all can see for yourselves why we are excited about this.
Yeah, it's a short video, not too long.
I got brand new teeth today.
Okay, and what does that mean to you today?
It means everything.
Smiley was part of the more than 700 people who lined up at the Burt Ogden Arena over 2 days to receive free dental services, courtesy of Texas Missions of Mercy, Nuestra Clínica del Valle, and Hidalgo County.
Today is a culmination of a year's work of planning to be able to provide a free dental service to the people in need. So this is really exciting for Hidalgo County because it shows a community with compassion, a community that cares, and a lot of people are contributing to that success.
Those contributions came from more than 550 volunteers, including dentists, hygienists, and dental students from across the RGV and the state. They manned 40 dental chairs that saw one patient after another. A total of 4,100 treatments were performed, worth more than $700,000. Among those dentists volunteering their time and expertise was Dr. Carlos Cruz, who helped spearhead this free event by reaching out to T-Mom.
I think it's extremely valuable, for us to have this done at this level, at this scale. We wish we could do this, every other month to help more. This is a wonderful charity that all these doctors are putting, thanks to T-Moms through TDA, Texas Dental Association.
T-Mom, or Texas Missions of Mercy, holds 4 clinics a year throughout Texas. This is the first time they held a clinic in Hidalgo County.
When your teeth are in such a condition that you can't eat a good diet, you don't feel good, this can affect your health. People are getting their teeth cleaned, they're having teeth removed, they're having fillings done. A few people are able to get little partials to replace front teeth so they can smile again. When you can't smile, you can't feel good.
The Community Service Agency provided assistance with logistics, as well as $60,000 in community block grant money. They wanted to ensure that everyone, from children to the elderly, could get these free services.
There's individuals that are, for instance, that were living in nursing homes. You see some of them coming in wheelchairs. There's many elderly patients who wouldn't be able to afford dentures. I talked to a young man this morning who was able to afford having his teeth removed, but he had no money to buy the dentures that were necessary. So he left here today with a big smile, and he said it changed his life.
That young man was Smiley. Because of the generosity of so many, Smiley and hundreds in the RGV now have the dental care they so desperately needed.
And without this, I probably was looking at, since I don't have no money, I was thinking about the rest of my life with no teeth. So this is everything.
Judge, this was just the folks here represent just a fraction of the volunteers, the organizations. I could name the City of Mission, City of San Juan, the precinct. Precinct 3 was out providing assistance. Law enforcement was out. Precinct 4 provided law enforcement presence. The City of Edinburgh. Really, it was the food bank. I go down the list of organizations, private and public, that came together to make this event a success. So without further ado, I'd like to, we do have some certificates that you all can present the organizations on behalf of the county, just thanking them for their services here today. So I'll let you go ahead and do this.
Go ahead, Commissioner. Here.
We have just several certificates. I will say that we made every effort to bring residents from across Hidalgo County. The pre-screening event was held in San Juan, and then we had another pre-screening event in Mission, and then the actual event was held in Edinburgh. So we tried to cover all the precincts, and we wanted to make sure that we covered the county as much as we possibly could.
Well, this is just a small token to thank you again, doctors, and everyone that participated in this event. It was just a marvelous thing to see. It showed a lot of heart, a lot of compassion. This is the type of community we want to build in Hidalgo County. So we want to thank you for this. This is just a small token. So again, to say thank you for all the effort.
Thank you. You guys were amazing. It was so beautiful. Seeing all those people and the great partnerships that got involved to help. So it was very amazing. I hope that you all can continue. Obviously, I'm sure that you all felt great and want to continue to do these type of services. But I know it's very difficult, so it takes a lot of unity. So we really appreciate what you all did. Thank you so much.
Gonna move over there.
On the dais or here? There?
Unless the women tell us what to do.
On the count of three, please. 1, 2, and 3. Got it.
Thank you again, Kevin.
Okay.
We have item 19, Judge.
Okay, Nacho, you ready?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Judge, Commissioners, Mr. Guerra, for the record, Ignacio Mezcua from the Purchasing Department. Agenda item 19A for Executive Office. 1, requesting approval of supplemental agreement number 1 between Hidalgo County and LNG Consulting Engineers for the Rio Grande Valley MPO Technical Advisory Committee and Transportation Policy Board Advisor to extend the termination date of the agreement.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19B for Precinct 1, pursuant to Texas Government Code 20.014, discussion, consideration, and approval of the Precinct 1 Hike and Bike Trail project beginning at the Harlem Sport Complex Park through Irrigation District Number 9, right away, and property and ending at South Midway Road. As noted in the interlocal cooperation agreement approved on September 19, 2023, agenda item 92479. I recommend to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Motion carries.
19C for Precinct 4, 1, requesting acceptance and approval of the certification of construction completion from Rene Guerra and Son Holding Services for the Hidalgo County Precinct 4 construction of Davis Road Citizen Collection Project with a final payment amount of $95,680 with 74 cents as recommended by Project Engineer Arrow Engineering with the authority for County Judge to sign all required documentation. I recommend to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting approval of supplemental agreement number 4 to work authorization number 1 between Hidalgo County and Chanin Engineering for the design, renovation, and construction of Pueblo de Palmas Part 4 Hidalgo County Precinct number 4 to increase the design fee by $770 based on the increase of the construction costs. I recommend to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
19E for the WIC program. 1, requesting acceptance and approval to award contract to the qualified sole responsible bidder meeting all specification for Hidalgo County WIC program lease office space City of Alton West to R. Real with authority for County Judge to sign all required documentation. So I recommend to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
2, requesting acceptance and approval to award contract to the qualified sole responsible bidder meeting all specification for Hidalgo County WIC program lease office space of Alton East to Shane Wall with authority for County Judge to sign all required documentation. I recommend to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
3, requesting approval to exercise the cancellation notice as stated in the commercial purchase lease and service agreement with ASG Security, DBA ADT Security for 8 Hidalgo County WIC locations. I recommend to approve.
So moved.
Is there a second?
What item was that?
No, not yet.
Number 3,
Okay. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19F for County-wide. 1A, requesting approval to work contract to Spice Motor Company for purchase of Hidalgo County vehicles to the lowest responsible bidder meeting all specifications. I recommend to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, pursuant to Article 4.14 of the legal notice, requesting authority to waive minor technicalities for submission requiring to request for bids received. I recommend to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Mr. Amezcua.
2,
Mr.
yes.
Amezcua. Judge Commissioners, for the record, on item E2 or F2, under purchasing, for the record, Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining from any discussion and or action. Go ahead, Mr. Amezcua.
Yes, sir. 2, requesting approval to award MLG Protection Services to lower responsive and responsible bidder meeting all Hidalgo County specifications and requirements for security guard services with authority for County Judge to sign all required documents. I recommend to approve.
So moved.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Let the record show that Commissioner Villarreal abstained from any action. We can take action with the two of us?
You're the
All right.
majority of the quorum.
Motion carries.
3, requesting approval to award finalized negotiated contracts to the ranked vendors for pre-positioned disaster recovery services, debris clearance, removal, and other miscellaneous related services to the following: first, CPC disaster response; second, DRC emergency services; third, Crowder Golf LLC; fourth, TFR Enterprises; fifth, Ashbridge; sixth, Series Environmental Services. In the event of a declared emergency under Chapter 418 of the Government Code, the Emergency Management Director may utilize the above contract vendors on an as-needed basis. I recommend to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioners.
Judge Commissioners, with your permission, item 20, there's no action or discussion updates to be taken on item 20A, 1, 2, and 3. Item 20B, asking approval of settlement offer. I'm asking approval to accept the settlement offer from Snap Insurance Services LLC in the amount of $7,380.15 to settle an auto accident claim with one of our county vehicles. And 2, approval to authorize myself, Valdez, as the county executive officer, to sign the property damage release form to settle the auto accident claim with Snap Insurance Service LLC.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 21, there is 21A, County Response to Disaster Health Emergency, no specific actions to be taken under American Rescue Plan Act funds. Item 21B, measures necessary to preserve public health and safety, there's no specific action to be taken. And item 20C, there is no specific action to be taken this week as well. We have gone to closed session, and so we'll go, with your permission, Judge Commissioners, I want to go into open session. Item 24A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same, no specific action to be taken. 24B, pending and or potential litigation, ongoing new courthouse construction project, there's no action to be taken. 24C, discussion, consideration, possible action regarding response to public health emergency, there is no specific action to be taken. And item 24D, claim of Justin Sorelli. Judge Commissioners, I'd like settlement authority to make an offer in the amount of $2,281.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for the record, item 23A, no action to be taken, and 23B, no action to be taken. That being said, there is no action under item 25, no need to go back to close, and item 26, open session, there will be no action. Judge Commissioners, before we adjourn, for the record, next week we are having Commissioners Court on October 3rd. That will be a morning session, 9:30 Drainage District, and 10 a.m. Commissioners Court. Please, for this week, Thursday, there is a 2 p.m. meeting set for the public hearing and setting of the tax rate.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned. See you next Tuesday.
Thank you.